Hey there, everybody. We're back from a little break here, and we're getting set up for our next match. I'm Sigma. You had me here last time, and this time I'm joined by Rory, one of the organizers of this tournament. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. That last match was quite something.
That dash pickup was heartbreaking.
It really was.
We were joking around before the race started that we were going to end up with a bunch of pickups named after people as they forgot them in the tournament. We might have our first one right there.
The LO Keystone.
So tell me a little bit about this next match. What do you think we're going to see between Grifs and Brynhold here?
So this is one of the prelimination matches. So I think both of these runners are a little bit less experienced with the randomizer than Covert Muffin and LO Jiminy were. So I think we'll see a little bit of a slower start, probably. But given that it is limit keys, once they sort of get going, it'll probably be kind of similar.
Yeah. Brynhold's sort of like kind of an enigma, both in the All Skills tournament and in this randomizer tournament. We don't quite know what to expect from him. Like, he could go super crazy fast. He could, struggle with some seeds. It's hard to say. Going back to the All Skills tournament that was held earlier this year, he did have a huge upset over Raziel, so we know he can do some amazing things. And despite this like 16-17 seed here, these guys can do some good stuff for sure. I know Grifs in the placement match, he missed, I think it was Glide, and the seed was super hard without Glide, and he thought he had it. It was in a location he thought he had checked, but he like missed one thing, and he lost a lot of time for that. So I don't think, the low-ish seeding is really indicative of like necessarily weak play. It's more of just, this is what the randomizer does to you.
Yeah, and I think it's, as we just saw, it's very possible to just miss pickups entirely. So hopefully we're not going to see that from either of these two during the seed.
So the race has started in real time. We've got it going on the stream here now. We'll just have a probably brief pause for sync here, and then we'll be in there. Grifs looks like he's playing it with the Japanese menus, as we know. That speeds up all the text boxes in the game. Double the speed.
All the text boxes that are not actually going to show up because they've been removed from the randomizer.
I never actually tested the randomizer pickup thing with different languages. I assume it just says it in English, though.
I was going to say we're about to find out, but they've both skipped that first pickup.
Oh, Brynhold got it. It was a map stone.
Oh, yeah.
They're synced because Grifs had some menu spaghetti on the prologue skip.
Okay. That's why they're synced.
The font is different. That's amazing. So yeah, Grifs skipping that pickup, probably just a little bit of a slip up because you don't normally go there in runs. So if you're just running all skills or all souls or something, you'll just drop down. So we'll probably see him get it after he altars out of the Frankie fight here. He'll probably just drop down and get it. It's not a big deal to miss that.
That's what I would expect to see as well. Hopefully he does pick it up then, because that is the map stone that they'll be putting in, probably in left glades.
Yeah, if he does forget it, then that'll be a little painful, most likely. But we'll see here. Does he go down or does he go up? He's going down, so he remembered.
He's remembered it. So that doesn't cost him very much.
Yeah, and he'll be relieved to see that it was a map stone too, because sometimes you think that pickup, it's like, oh man, what if that was dash? I could have saved like 3 seconds or something.
That map stone could give him dash.
Well, that's true.
In which case, it sort of kind of was dash.
All right, so we got to make the quick call. Are we going left or right? Is this a keystone?
I think we're going left.
All right, you're right. It's a keystone. All right, so we got Grifs ghost stirring. He didn't check the pickup in the water. Okay, he's going to check it now. Just 51 experience. Let's just let himself die and move on. He has that knowledge though, which Brynhold doesn't. Brynhold skipped out on seeing what that was. Vanilla health cell.
Vanilla health cell.
That's pretty funny.
So that's going to be kind of nice for this early game. One of the annoying things about the randomizers is when you get really low health for a long time, and since you're not used to having all these skill combinations in these places, the movement is a little bit more difficult sometimes, so you just end up taking unnecessary damage. this extra health is really good for that.
One thing that's actually pretty funny about that is we're playing standard seeds, and one of the tenets of standard is that you will never have to do any long damage boosting. So any required damage boost in the game will have a maximum of 2 damage taken, and you'll be able to get through. Now, as a result of that, no early game paths which require heavy damage boosting will ever get forced into the rando, which means you actually end up with less health than if you play the more difficult seeds, on average. Because the only way health shows up is randomly. It never says, okay, give them health so that they can open up this path, like the other difficulties.
That is an interesting point. So, looks like they both went to check the sort of area above the wall jump tree, but...
Yeah, they didn't get a wall jump or climb yet, so they can't continue.
Oh, that was charge jump.
Straight to charge jump.
So everything is just wide open right now.
Yeah. And the important thing will be on the way out from here, remembering the pickup in the top right of this room, and climb right after.
Wow. I swear if this is grenade.
Ooh, Brynhold
no.
forgot it. And he's reloading. Okay, maybe he's like, oh crap. I was supposed to get that. So, yeah, charge jump climb. Now this is a powerful combination because you can also use it to substitute for stomp and breaking floors.
Absolutely. So I think what I want to see here is, are they going to go up and check the area above wall jump, or are they going to go to black root? Because
I think it makes sense to check this area now while they're over here. They can do it very quickly with charge jump, so get these pickups. And if they have enough keystones, I think not altering and doing left blades is a good play as well. There's a lot of stuff there.
I agree. I think that's what I would be looking to do in this position as well. And there was that second keystone.
Alright, so we've got Grifs heading back over. Brynhold opted to altar. Looks like he's going for the end of Frankie Walk pickup. It can often be a very good play early on to check these sort of weird one-off locations. But in this case, it didn't pay off. It was just experience. There's still enough other places open, and honestly, with charge jump climb, they have a lot of things that they can do. So things might cool off for a little bit while they have to work through a massive experience.
That's for sure. So this is the first real deviation here. Grifs will be clearing out left blades, while Brynhold moves into black root. I personally like this decision from Grifs because there's a lot more pickups here, and clearing them with charge jump is pretty fast. You can actually full clear this area. So he'll sort of know, oh, I don't need to come back here at all.
Yeah. The one thing to note that is, since this is limit keys, you may never need to do this area. I mean, even in shards, you may never need to do this area. You do have to go to the skill tree, so Brynhold is guaranteeing that he makes progress. Grifs is taking a trade-off to get more pickups, and I think the only useful thing he got there was an energy cell, which could prove to be important. Brynhold may have to go back over there anyways to get that energy cell, because perhaps their progression path requires 4 energy to get over to Grotto. I think they had that
energy cell beforehand, unless Grifs has a third one.
Grifs has 3. You just can't see it too well on the restream. Grifs finishing up his clear of left glades, just more experience. So he'll be heading over to black root as well here, and we'll kind of just have a little bit of time to chill out. I don't see if Brynhold got anything in black root that was very important yet, but I don't think so, because I've kind of just been glancing over at the pickup notifications and it was like, yeah, just experience or something.
Yeah. So I also wonder if he's going to go check... if he's going to be checking the 2 pickups in the main area of black root.
Yeah, it looks like he's opting to do that afterwards. With charge jump, that's a good call, I'd say, because he can just charge jump up there immediately. And then he has a choice to make here if he decides to glitch to the lever and head down towards the black root teleporter, or if he goes back to that main room right away. Either one of them is pretty fast with charge jump, because you can just, charge jump back out of the main room if you want, rather than having to reload or something like that.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So we'll see what that's going to be soon, as Grifs is heading into black root.
Grif's on 1 health here. It's a little bit spooky, especially without wall jump. Oh, he slides down the wall.
Right as we say that.
I'm sorry, Grifs, that one's on me.
Commentator curse. So hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Oh boy. He can get out of this though.
This is...
Oh, that slime! Oh, that was a jerk move, slime.
Okay, he's gonna save and get his health back.
Nice. Color code from Brynhold, picking up gold ore, pretty nice.
And it's grenade! We have another grenade jump seed.
Man, we got them fast last time, but these are like, they were unmissable. This is fast grenade jumping. Brynhold's gonna try to lob a grenade up there. I think he might have to go on wall charge jump to get up, perhaps.
Yeah,
there he goes.
There we go.
Not forgetting this plant is very important. This is it wasn't anything this time, but it's a more obscure location. When you start doing randos, you inevitably forget that plant at some point.
I think... Oh, that crusher is not triggering for whatever reason.
You have to be very fast.
There you go.
Ability cell, so not too much happening there. The option is main room or go down. We'll see what Brynhold opts for. He's going to go down. This is a good decision. It doesn't matter too much what you do.
Though.
Yeah, could be something important in there. Their options are fairly limited right now, though. So unless we have a repeat of last seed and somebody misses dash, it's likely that they're both going to check all of the available locations, I would say. Things haven't quite completely opened up yet, but they're very close. Either somehow getting access to Grotto or Hollow Grove area will then give them a lot of options, and we'll probably see some divert. Yeah. It's going to happen soon.
I think it's pretty likely that it's going to be either the energy cell or the remaining keystones to go through the 4 keystone door and left glades that are in that main black route.
Yeah, and actually to note, technically by standard logic, doing a save anywhere to glitch this boulder is a sequence break. You're expected to have dash to pass it. So it makes it likely that the main room pickups, which are accessible without that, are the path forward. But still, checking this area is well worth it because you got the teleporter and you get a few things, and maybe they save you a whole bunch of time later. So Brynhold's going to clear it out, then probably head back to the main room, and then he'll get, I guess, an energy cell, most likely. We haven't seen it yet, but I would say energy cell. And then
is that 3 or 4 keystones that he has?
It's hard to tell, isn't it? He hasn't opened the lower door in left glades, though, yet. So, hey, getting this grenade spot up here, this is a good call. Mega energy. He could use that to go to the grotto door right now if he wants.
He could. It looks like he's not going to.
All right, he's gonna say I'm not gonna sequence break. This is a reasonable call.
Wait, we can go to charge flame with what we have.
No kidding.
And grenade.
Yeah, and you can go through the roof too because he has charge jump. So we have grotto access already. What am I talking about? This seed's been open for
a while.
Yeah, like the last 5 minutes, they've had entire right side access.
The truck is saying that Brynhold has 5 keystones, so he should be set for a while.
That's not very important.
That's
but
absolutely
Brynhold got
useless right now. Grenade is just way better in these randomizers because there is a slight modification to how it works that makes grenade cost 0 energy. The reason for that being that in early iterations of the randomizer, it liked to give you grenade and dash really often at the start of seeds, and when it doesn't give you energy as well, it's really unpleasant.
It's very painful to play when you only have 2 grenades that you can throw.
It also kind of limits the paths that it can let you take.
The only real potential use for charge flame above grenade is that you can blow up plants through floors and walls with it. But since they have climb and charge jump and they can break everything with ease, that's not a benefit. So charge flame may go unused. We might see it reflect the projectile later on, but that's that.
I wouldn't expect to see that. So Grif's picking up grenade as well here. He's also going to remember to check the dash plant, which is a good thing to remember, but it wasn't anything.
Yep. Well, Spirit Flame upgrade, it's not bad to have.
Yeah.
kill things faster. But he died to the Crusher, and he was probably not going to go back up to the plant to get it because he doesn't care that much.
It looks like he's just also having some trouble here.
Yeah, doing this with Climb is, I think, a little bit tougher than with Wall Jump, perhaps, but he's managed to get over there now. We've got Brynhold progressing through the grotto area. At this point, because so many locations are open to them, it kind of cools down in terms of drops that you get, so we're likely to see a whole bunch of experience, keystones, health cells, stuff along those lines for a while. And then the pickups they're really looking for, Bash, Dash, Feather, and Stomp are the really important ones left.
That is true. I don't actually know whether or not either of these two are willing to go without things like Bash or Stomp, because it's definitely doable to go without one of those, but you do need at least one.
Yeah, and whether or not you're able to go without them, it's much faster if you just have them both, so they would love to just see them show up, and then they can have a grand old time checking trees.
Everything.
So Brynhold's hero here, cleaning up all the spots through Grove. Having, Grenade and Charge Jump is just lovely because you can actually clean the area out, and he's not going to have to revisit this for any reason. He's done with the spider area soon, and he'll never come back here.
Looks like we should be able to get this whole area. Oh, that is a Spirit Light efficiency.
It's pretty nice to have double experience for the rest of the run. You get a lot of ability points, so you can get all these nice luxuries like, Super Magnet, Triple Jump, Ultra Defense quite quickly.
Though, it's not really terribly useful for them to get any of those right now. We don't have Double Jump, we don't have Dash.
Mm-hmm. So, meanwhile on Grifs' side, he hasn't made the play over to Charge Flame just yet, but he's clearing more of Glades. Maybe, like me, he forgot that, they've got a Grenade, they can go up to Charge Flame, but he has some Mega Energy. I would not be surprised to see him use this to get to the Grotto door. Won't be too big of a deal for him to, go that way, as opposed to getting to Charge Flame. He can get to Charge Flame later, there wasn't anything too big there, but he's heading back into Blackroot. What do you think he's going to be doing in here?
I'm not entirely sure. He could.
He missed that pickup in the roof. Looks like.
I suppose it is technically possible to reach Light Grenade with what they have, though it's definitely not in the logic to do that.
That's true. I guess he just never checked these main room pickups. I'd missed that. So this gives him enough keystones to head left. He got 2 keystones, so he might be going for the full pass through left. Maybe along the way he's... And as I say that, he's going to go to the Grotto door instead.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. This is a Mega Energy sequence break. Okay, he's just opening it.
Not a bad play.
It's fine to use that to open it, but if you go through it, you do run the risk of missing pickups that the game intends you to get.
Yeah, although that said, in this situation, I missed it as well. But because they had Grenade, they could go up through the Charge Flame area. It's actually not a sequence break to open that door because they have access to that area already, just around the long way.
Yes. So in this case, it would actually be a good thing because, as we've seen, Brynhold hasn't really gotten anything important by going this way.
Nope. All you can do is play the odds, and the odds are fairly low that anything that they're accessing right now is going to be of any use. But
I can definitely understand his choice to continue going with where the logic is telling him to go.
Yes. So Grifs has got Charge Flame, and he's going to pick up the tree. I don't think the tree was anything, but you do need it to complete the game. And then from here, he could opt to go over the top, like Brynhold did, or he could opt to take an Alt-R and then head back through the Grotto door he just opened. We'll see what he opts for. Looks like it's going to be the top. He might go get this teleporter. This is a very useful teleporter to have in Rando.
Especially early on. If you'd end up not coming here until really late in the game, then it's easy to just sort of skip it, because if you're just going straight to Valley, you don't really need to come back here. But this early on, I like the decision to pick up this teleporter here.
Yeah, you might use it once or twice. I believe watching the cutscene, while it does take some time, it's faster to watch the cutscene once and then use this teleporter to get to Valley than to use any other teleporter towards Valley, so well worth it. Brynhold has a ton of energy, man. I don't know if he has a Mega Energy running right now or if he's just actually found that many energy cells.
I think he has a Mega Energy. I think either 4 or 5. But he definitely doesn't. Oh, there's wall jump.
Wall jump. Nice to see you.
So that's interesting because that is underwater, which is not intended if you don't have clean water.
Well, the thing is
that Bash?
Whoa,
that's Bash. Okay.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's a really huge pickup. Brynhold using some save anywheres to get these cutscene skips instead of rekindles. I wonder if he's not quite comfortable where the triggers are.
Good. Oh, wow. Grifs just did the long throw onto the plant at the start of Valley, and he got clean water out of that, which actually could be tragic because if he checks some long swimming locations, it's just going to put off him finding Bash, which was not underwater.
Yep. So while we were looking at Grifs getting clean water, Brynhold actually found Stomp.
What? Holy smokes.
It was the XP above the lasers in Grotto.
Oh man. So, whoa. Brynhold, Bash, Stomp, quick succession. So that's
the only
left side access,
he
basically.
Really wants is to pick up Glide somewhere, because that'll give him access to Sorrow.
Yeah, Glide would be nice, certainly. Sorrow is very, very painful without Glide. His health is not very good right now either, only 5 health. Not the amount you want for Sorrow. With his Spirit Light efficiency, I think that he'll have Ultra Defense relatively soon. So like 7 health would probably be a good number to approach Sorrow Glideless, but you know, if you don't have to do it, then
you don't want to do it.
Much rather have Feather for Sorrow. It's just so much easier. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him still clearing for a while.
You'd at least want to have Dash.
Yeah. If you're a crazy person, just because he has Bash, you can spam double bashes and do everything without taking any damage in Sorrow. It's just awful to do. But I know Brynhold would be capable of it. It's just, you know, a matter of, do you really want to do all these really hard tricks, or do you want to like maybe spend 2 or 3 minutes and find some more stuff and then not have to spend 5 minutes dying at the top of Sorrow kind of thing?
Yeah, that's a good point. So hopefully we'll see a Feather pickup soon. There's quite a lot left to check on this left side, or this right side of the map here.
Yeah, I think Brynhold as well at this point is saying, like, I'm going to at least clear Grotto. There's a lot of pickups in Grotto. You can get them very fast. Like, you see this quick succession, ability cell experience. So he might be opting to continue to clear things until he has maybe some more health, or he finds, you know, enough ability points to get Ultra Defense. Or he could just be saying, okay, I'm going to clear this area because Grotto is super efficient to clear, and then he'll get double jump, and then he'll be like, all right, time to go. But we'll see.
He can also get to the Stomp tree right now. He has charge
he has
jump,
Stomp, charge jump, climb, Bash. He can get through any way he wants.
Pretty much any way that he wants to get in there, he can get in there. So it's possible that we could see him head over there looking for Glide or Dash or something.
Yeah, the other thing too is, because we know Grifs found clean water over at the Valley entrance, things underwater are on the table as far as, you know, pickups go. Sometimes water is buried way over on the left side of the map or in Mount Horu or something, and then you just never get any skills underwater. But in this case, it's open. Brynhold probably will not be checking the water too much because of just that reason. If water is buried, like it often is, then there's no point in checking underwater. But that's still fine, I think. Like, even if at this point, if he doesn't find Feather, I think he'll be okay to finish. I think he just wants it, you know, if possible.
Yeah, that is a good point. But Grifs would be able to check those things.
Mm-hmm. That could make a big difference too. Also, you know, we saw a big like right now, I would say in this seed, Brynhold has a pretty good lead because he picked up that dash and stomp, and he got out of glades quite quickly. But you know, if dash is underwater somewhere and Brynhold just doesn't check it because he's like, I don't know, clean water, dash is not going to be underwater kind of thing, then that could give Grifs the edge he needs to make some ground up in this race.
That's true. The same logic goes for glide as well. The truck is saying that Brynhold is willing to do either Misty or Sorrow without glide, but it will take him much longer than a
Water Bane, double jump.
Ginso is now also an option.
Okay, so I'll put you in Brynhold's shoes for a second here. Where would you go in this situation?
I think I would be heading probably into Ginso.
Yeah, not a bad call.
There's
the other
a
option,
lot of pickups in there.
Yeah, and it looks like that's what he's going for. He clicked Thornfelt Swamp. The other option I would bring up as a possibility here is you could go start Valley. He has Bash, he has Stomp, so like he can do Valley entry quite quickly. And then he can get Feather, and he can see if Feather is the Sunstone. And then he could teleport back and do Ginso if he wanted at that point.
That's also an option.
Because if he gets to the Bash tree here, and he doesn't see Sunstone at Bash, it's like, well, do you go do the escape?
I think
you
do go do the escape because he still has to go to the Stomp tree as well.
Yeah,
that gets him there. And then I think after that you go to Valley.
Yeah, it's a good play. He gets a lot of pickups this way. He increases his chances of finding Glide for Valley, which is pretty good. And oh man, not having double jump is just awful.
It's so weird because we're so used to having that skill in this area. He does have Light Grenade and Dash.
Going for some wall charge jumps here. Just gonna get that. Alright, bash off the slime knife. Sometimes in Rando, there's just a mess of trying to remember what skills you have and what the heck you're doing in each room. It's just like, oh yeah, right, I've got bash, I don't need to kill this slime.
Right. Is he gonna get... He missed the plant.
Did miss that plant. Is he gonna... Oh, no, he's just getting trolled by the teleporter a little bit. Not a big deal, honestly, if he misses that.
It can't be anything...
Unless it's dash.
Or glide.
You glide, but could be a big deal.
It can't be like the Sunstone or anything important.
It's not gonna lose him an hour though. It's just gonna potentially lose a few minutes. Oh my gosh!
This
not having
is
double jump is
awful.
a disaster.
This is actually awful without double jump.
The thing about this room is that when you go through a teleporter, you lose your iframes, and there's a tendency for those bottom teleporters to just bounce you back and forth in between. Everybody, I think, who's run all skills has had that experience where you just get juggled by the teleporters and destroyed. Nice grenade shot from Grifs there, off the wall and in. But yeah, he got juggled a bit, but Brynhold's through. We're gonna see him, you know, kill this mini boss. I guess it's not the easiest because he doesn't have dash, but we'll see what he opts for. Some shots first. Maybe he's gonna charge jump into it on the second spawn, but his spawn's low. Big jerk.
So Grifs is approaching the area that we know Bash and Stomp are in.
I think he'll find them very shortly. I think because he has clean water as well, he will also find a wall jump very soon, which will be a relief for him because climb is just the worst.
What I want to know is if he's gonna find wall jump and continue on the Stomp. Or continue on to to Stomp to Stomp 3.
Because he could do that. We know that going over to get Stomp and Bash would be better, but I mean, not a bad call to continue this way. We'll see. We'll see what he opts for. Is he going to do the climb charge jump break, or is he going to go back to the left? He's got wall jump. He's happy about that.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to check at least the drainless cell. He might be clearing swamp.
I think it would
go ahead.
I think it'd be a good call to put this mapstone in as well.
He could have. He didn't want to deal with that rhino. Oh, he's going to kill it now. Eat those grenades.
This is one.
Rhino's a disaster.
Oh,
there, it's dead.
Brynhold has glide.
Whoa.
it looks like it was either at the bash tree or the pickup right after it. So he should be good to go now.
Yeah, I would expect him to just skip all pickups at this point, all optional pickups, and just visit events and trees only. So this is where perhaps there's some argument for having gone Feather, because then he would know whether or not he needs to do the top of this if he had found Sunstone at Feather. But this is not bad because it moves up. It gets an extra event checked. It skips him having to teleport back if it does prove to be over here, and it moves him over to Swamp, so he can check that as well. So looking good for Brynhold here, I have to say. This route paying off well. Getting Glide before going to Valley makes things a lot easier. He would like a double jump, but I would say he's perhaps unlikely to find it at this point.
Hopefully he doesn't die in these spikes.
He put down a save there, both the heal and because not having double jump is a disaster. He could use Glide here, but since he just got it and Randomizer destroys your brain, he hasn't remembered to use it just yet. Yeah, exactly.
That is definitely something that happens. You pick something up and you forget that you have it until you get to an area of the game where you're used to having it.
More or less. Seeing an interesting mini-boss approach, staying on the lower platforms, and then being like, right, I have charge jump, this boss dies to charge jump, alright. There we go.
I still think my favorite strategy of that mini-boss is just getting on top of it and stomping on its head.
That one's very funny.
It can't shoot you.
Alright, Grifs is back over. He just got... Oh, wait a second. He took a death somewhere in the swamp. I totally missed it, but he got bash this time. He checked that cell before he headed over here. Or maybe he had it this entire time and I'm crazy, but he has bash, wall jump. He's gonna go back into swamp now. I'm not sure what got him, but something got him. I was too busy watching Brynhold there.
So Grifs is gonna go ahead and do the swimming. The only way that this is gonna be worth it for him is if Dash is down here. So we now know that Glide is not.
Yeah, that's true. From his perspective, this is a good choice though, because he doesn't have Dash, he doesn't have Glide, he doesn't have Stomp yet. He'll find Stomp shortly, but this is a fairly large amount of pickups for the amount of time invested. And now that I realize he's doing the swimming, I bet you that's how he died. He probably came down here and got crushed by one of those crushers. They're evil.
Or he tried to swim through a spike corridor with low health on keyboard and mouse.
We got Brynhold doing the waterless Ginso escape here. He glitches the cutscene so he wouldn't have to deal with the death plane sitting below him. Not a bad choice because it only loses you like a second to do this, and he doesn't have double jump, so falling back into the water is a very, very real possibility. Grifs, no! He's dead. Oh, his save is close this time. That's fair, that's fair.
Trunk is saying that Grifs took a death to a frog.
Frogs.
Frogs.
Why?
So far, nothing interesting in the escape here.
Yeah. A few regeneration pickups, some experience, and ability cells. Who cares? It's not double jump. It's not
double
dash.
jump. Dash.
That's all we care about now.
Those are the things that are important. Oh no. Okay, he's fine. He has plenty of health here.
Yeah. That's why you get rid of the water, because he doesn't have double jump. It's just horrible. It's horrible without double jump. Oh, fish strats from Grifs. He's up there. Nice, dude. Just experience.
Looks like both of them picking up some experience there. So Ginso Escape turning out to not be worth it. But we've got the Stomp Tree coming up for both of them. Grif's trying to break that breakable floor with a wall charge jump, but that doesn't actually work.
Yeah, he had a fish over there on land somehow. I guess that was the fish from Fish Strats. He landed back there.
It must have been.
It's pretty cool.
It's going
more
for
fish
more
strats.
Fish strats. I like this.
Grifs is styling. I like this.
Wonder how many more fish strats we're gonna see from. Oh no!
Oh my gosh! What a rude mortar worm.
Okay, at least he saved.
we get to see the more fish usage, so it's all good by me.
Yep. Fish strats are definitely worth it.
Alright, so will the Stomp Tree be Sunstone? It's the other thing we're looking out for.
It is going to be
It was not.
an experience. So at this point, Brynhold should be heading towards Valley.
I would expect to see that. Looks like he's going to check some very quick things. He's like, please give me double jump.
Please double jump or dash. Either of the last two skills.
But yeah, I think he's thinking about being in go mode at this point because he checked like one thing and then he was like, well, I could stomp this floor, which Grifs just picked up for 144 experience. But he's like, nah, I'm going.
It's not
I'm
worth
going.
it. Especially because double jump and dash don't necessarily have to be on the right side of the map here.
Yes,
Both
They
of those
have-
pickups could really
Yeah.
be anywhere.
they can go anywhere at all. I think the entire map is open, and that just means that the location of double jump and dash, you know, good luck finding it.
If you don't happen across it, you're not gonna find it, especially in go mode here.
Brynhold is going for this plant. We know this plant's clean water. It'll actually be nice to have that for the escape. But I think he's not going to really bother swimming any. He'll just be like, ah, shoot, clean water was there. Ooh, Grifs just got
Grifs
wind.
has wind. So that's gonna make
That'll make Soro
that'll
a
make
bit
Saro
easier.
a little easier, but both of these runners should be fairly consistent with that windless Saro entry.
Now, Grifs, he will find Feather most likely. I believe it was a pickup around Bash, and I would expect he'll probably get the water vein down from double jump. He's heading down that way now. He might make the same play as Brynhold and go to Ginso right away, and then he'll have Glide Wind, and that'll, you know, he won't even need the Sorrow Bash, but he's going to clean up some more stuff first. Now, okay, here's the important thing right now, is Grifs doesn't have Stomp, and it was in Upper Grotto. Because of the way he went, he got Bash, and then rather than going into the laser area where Stomp was, he went over to Swamp first. And, well, when would he revisit that? He might do it on his way to Ginso, but he might just never go back to that area.
I think it's unlikely that he goes back there, honestly, because it's really kind of out of the way. You're realistically not going to be going through there again. The closest that I think he would get is if he hasn't already been to the Iceless Mapstone or that experience.
Like, if he were to take the Moon Grotto teleporter up towards Ginso, or potentially like go out the top of Moon Grotto after he's done clearing it, and then just walk to Ginso from there, then he'll probably get it. But he has the Thornfelt teleporter, I believe, so he may never make that play. And that could be pretty annoying, not having Stomp. But he does, I mean, Bash and Wind, it's pretty good. Not having Stomp does make things a little more painful, though.
So Brynhold is going straight into Sara Pass. He hasn't actually stomped the rocks above Kuro.
This is a cute little play. You can not bother traversing like upwards through Valley by doing Sorrow first and then just going directly to the rocks and using that to teleport you down to Misty.
Yeah. Which is...
Of course, the issue with it is he doesn't have the Sunstone yet. And if the Sunstone's at Glide, then that means he's going to go check the vanilla Sunstone location
and
for no reason.
He's gonna get
But
nothing.
you know,
So-
still, this is still cool.
And I'm not actually even sure if this is really faster to have come up here, because if he checks the feather pickup, and it turns out to be whether it's Sunstone or not, like if it's not Sunstone, he has to check Sunstone up here anyways. But if it, so then after checking that, like you could just grenade jump back up to the top. You don't have to go around the long way or anything.
Oh, Griff's getting lasered. This area is brutal sometimes. Goom on Steel from Charge Jump. Uh-oh.
So Will we be going to 4 this seed? What do you think?
You know, my mind tells me no, but my heart tells me, please, yes.
I'm kind of in the same boat there. I don't expect to see it, but it would be quite something. So, is anything down here? Has anything down here where Grifs is checking been checked by Brynhold?
I think he did this area, and I think there was nothing here.
Keystone and an ability cell.
Alright, so Brynhold has the Sorrow teleporter, getting a nice heal there. And it's also important if he maybe forgets that he didn't get the Valley teleporter yet, he at least can teleport to the left side of the map, although it's a little inconvenient. But I imagine he'll remember. He very purposefully went up and straight into Sorrow without getting feathers, so
Yep.
I think he knows what he's doing.
I expect him to check Sunstone and then just leave Sorrow the sort of normal way.
Straight down.
So at this point, I think it's safe to say Brynhold has a really solid lead here in this race. He's only got a few locations left to check.
Yes. I really, yeah, there's not much to say. Like, it'll be very difficult for Grifs to catch up at this point. Like, even finding Dash and, like, making a gamble to Forlorn or something like that, which you can't even do because you have to go to charge jump first. Brynhold has just checked a lot more stuff. He has Stomp, he has Glide, which Grifs has yet to find. And, it's just tough. It's just tough. Brynhold's made some great plays this seed, and that quick succession bash stomp is just, you know, it's too good.
Yeah, just having those opens up so much. Grifs is heading towards the double jump tree, so he's going to pick up Water Vein soon, and hopefully he will take that and go to Ginso with it.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Those
Spikes are a disaster.
That's really unfortunate. Crushers are almost a disaster.
All these one-shot kills, man, it's brutal. Okay, so still no Sunstone from Brynhold. Checking the progress bind there, and it's like, yep, don't have Sunstone. But he's running out of trees to check. The conservative play, if Feather does not give him the Sunstone, is to meander off to Misty, and then he can check 2 events real quick. If he feels like being crazy,
I think the conservative play is actually to go to Light Grenade right now, because you have to do that anyways.
That's a good point.
And if it is Sunstone, you don't have to finish Misty. Whereas if you go to Misty now and Sunstone is not in Misty, you're finishing Misty. You might even do Forlorn.
I completely forgot that he hadn't been to Light Grenade yet, but he doesn't have Dash, so it's not too convenient. I'm sure he'll be okay with grenade jumping in, though. I think he knows how to do it, so either grenade jumping or zombie, or you're, you know, one of many methods to get in there without Dash.
So we'll see what he goes for. Definitely going to be heading towards Misty. I think you're right. The 2 events is what he's looking at.
Yeah, could also be he's thinking like he just wants Dash, and he's like, well, maybe he'll check a couple things in Misty, because despite being inconvenient as all heck to revisit, you can get pickups pretty fast when you're in Misty. But as I say that, he's gonna skip one of the 100s.
He's skipping
he's like, nah.
all of them so far.
Maybe he just knows that it's in Forlorn, and he's just like, well, I'm just gonna check everything, and then I'm gonna go to Forlorn eventually. But yeah, I like what you said about going Light Grenade here. That would be a good play. We got Grifs grabbing the Water Vein. He's doing a map check to see if he cleared out Grotto, and I think he's gonna head over to Ginso now with that Altar. Wouldn't be a bad play at all. But not having Stomp, oh boy, that could be trouble.
That's gonna be really problematic for him. I don't know how comfortable he is doing Stompless Valley.
It's not too bad. Like, you don't even have to double bash necessarily. but it's
It takes a
way
little
more
bit of
annoying than
practice.
just clicking stomp on the thing, and it would be tough for him to find at this point. Sunstone
So
at climb.
turned out to not matter. So that should be one more tree for Brynhold to pick up. Just gotta head to Light Grenade and then finish the game. This
Yep,
race
so-
is pretty much in the bag here.
Nice run from Brynhold there. Dashless, and looking like he's going to come in under 50 minutes. So that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have to do it bashless like our first race. That was a painful troll.
It was quite an adventure to watch.
But yeah, no dash, but making good progress nonetheless. And we're gonna see how he opts to get into Light Grenade here. There's a couple methods you can choose. I think Grenade Jump will be the most likely. He'll just get this front out of the way, make another save, and then he's gonna head over and Grenade Jump. Or no, he's gonna do the Crouch method. This is the Crouch Grenade Bash. This one's kind of tough without double jump, but it can work.
Kind of difficult.
And he's
So
like,
he's
no,
gonna try
okay,
Grenade Jump.
that sucks for Grenade Jumping.
The truck is saying that Brynhold may have just learned how to Grenade Jump today,
Oh.
which means he's not at all comfortable with this trick.
All right, he's going for. It was close. He was one frame off there. Just didn't even get a grenade throw.
So
He's
hopefully
gonna
he'll
get
figure
it.
out. He's got plenty of time here.
He's got the inputs ready. Just has to get the timing. Oh goodness, Grifs! The teleporter room is
Teleporter.
brutal. Why is double jump not
Why
here?
is-
Oh my
Why
gosh!
is double jump not here? Why is glide not here?
Oh my gosh!
Any
The
of these skills.
juggle.
Oh, that's so painful. Looks
He's
like
made
he's
it.
through, though.
That room is so horrible. Okay, Brynhold's like, alright, grenade jump's terrible. I'm going to what I know. Going back to the grenade bash strat. It's either this or zombie or unfortunately the laser is a big oh nice. That was a good bash position. Yeah, the laser's a jerk and it blows up your grenades, so. And the Baneling is a jerk and doesn't get double bashed off the floor for some reason. You have to single bash them off the floor to get them to move.
That's interesting.
I think we're gonna see a spinning laser
Oh, no.
room here. Or maybe a second attempt at the Baneling.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So
single bash gets it off the ground and then you can start double bashing them. I have no
would say
idea why
he
that
can grenade
happens the
jump
way it
but
does.
If he's not comfortable with grenade jumping, he's not going to be doing that.
Yeah, he's got plenty of points for this cutscene skip, so no long cutscene today.
Fortunately, and that is courtesy of that early Spirit Light efficiency.
You know, I just want to say, this funny little symmetry is that both Grifs and Brynhold, I think, leveled up in the room that Grifs is in right now, and that pickup was only like 16 experience.
That's kind of funny, actually. So Grifs is going to be picking up glide soon.
Yeah, I get to see exactly where it is. I think somebody said it was at the tree itself, so there's no way he can miss it. Plus, since he still has Sunstone. Oh no, never mind.
Okay,
It's that experience in the top left.
Yep. So the question is going to be whether he's going to finish against.
I think he probably will. He still needs to look for Stomp, in his mind. Like, it could be up here. It's, likely it's up here. He has way more things left to pick up here than the one pickup, maybe two pickups.
That one off in the lasers.
Yeah. It's kind of just like a tough routing choice when you get to that part. It's like, yeah, I could go Swamp, I could go down to the Grotto Teleporter, and, you skip things either way. Like, if you can look at this decision in this one and say, oh man, if only I had gone and gotten Stomp, but like, Stomp could have been in the Drainless Cellar. Well, okay, maybe not in Standard, but Stomp could have been in the Swamp somewhere, and then,
Yep.
you would have wanted to go there instead. It's tough to make
It
the
is
right decision.
Really unfortunate that he missed that.
Yeah, that said though, it is not a race determining factor because Brynhold just had a big lead from
Yeah.
he found like Bash way earlier. Even if you put aside the Stomp find, Brynhold just with the quick Bash was was in there pretty much.
I agree, and I think that came from him realizing that he could go to Charge Flame.
Yeah, before I realized it.
Before we did. We realized it because he started going there.
Oh my gosh, not having double jumps is the worst. We're seeing Grifs just die to the spikes because not having double jump is
the same sort of problem that happened to Brynhold, but
yeah, it's just horrible.
He saved in the middle here. Brynhold is about to start the final escape.
Nice first try door warp from him. I think he'll just cruise through this escape with no big problems. Probably won't grenade jump the top. Yeah, not having double jump kind of sucks. Not having dash kind of sucks. But he'll be alright. He ran vanilla, so this no dash thing is no stranger to him.
Grifs, remembering Via's glide, and can use that to not get hit by spikes in this area. I like that.
Solid. And some mega health. There are any useless pickups. I wasn't actually sure if Brynhold got that one or not, that mega health. I would laugh if that was double jump right there.
Yeah, or dash.
Well, we might not get to find out, but where do you think dash was? If you had to guess this scene.
Honestly, there's so many places that it could have been. Because not much was really checked after. Oh, Kuro, please.
Brutal. I mean, he could have gone out of there if he had double jumped.
Grif's gonna get this teleporter for some reason.
He might check the top and then not do the escape and then teleport back if he doesn't find the sunstone. Because he already did swamp. So
right.
maybe he doesn't want to do the escape. Which in this case would be the right call. There are pickups in there. We know they're useless because Brynhold went there, and I don't think there was anything.
No, there wasn't.
But there are. I don't know. I would probably do it if I was him because there's like 4 pickups, 5 pickups.
I think there's 5 pickups in this game. Brynhold just about to finish.
Yeah, escaping from Kuro. Stun it. Didn't quite get the sub 50, but coming in with a great time for non-dash seat there.
Yeah.
I don't remember what our finish time was for Cover Muffin in the first race, but this is very close to that. I think it was like around a 51 or 52.
I think it was. It was definitely a low 50. And he did have dash as well.
But he didn't have dash.
Dash.
Oh man, Grifs doesn't have stomp, so he actually can't break that thing on the top left. He has to do this the intended way.
This awful dash puzzle.
Here we go, the redirects. Looks okay, he's gonna send it straight up with some double bashes.
The shot goes so slowly too.
It's so slow.
Oh no.
Look at that. He missed the double bash and he sent himself down and then he bashed it again because the shot traveled such a small distance away from him.
These stupid lanterns take priority over the shot.
Oh! Is that gonna hit the teleporter? I don't think so.
I
think he's gotta take another shot. Gonna check in hopes that it did. It didn't.
Ah. Right,
that's tragic.
Covert Muffin finished with a 51-22. Brynhold actually coming in with a 51-35. Not that it really matters, but it's just interesting to compare the seeds.
That's, yeah, super close. Completely different seeds. One no bash, one no dash.
And they both sort of punish about an equal amount for not having
them. It's pretty mean, Alright, nice angle on that shot. I think Grifs can make it up in time to catch up to that. That should have gone to teleport.
Those shots are really, really slow.
Now that angle looked good to me too, so he'll be clear through here, and he'll be able to get into the escape. Be easier if you had double jump, but no, don't die! No,
No,
no, the spikes! Oh,
You got trapped in the spikes.
Oh,
That's
no.
awful.
goodness. Angle looked good to me. He stopped for a moment to give Bryn a GG there. He's watching the race chat, so good sportsmanship. Saying, "Oh man, the seed murdered me," but you know, he's gonna plug along, go back into that other room and get that redirect. Let's do it.
Figure it out. Right. Hopefully he can manage this time.
I think he's got it. I think he's got it down pat. You don't normally do this room, like the way he's doing it. It can be done faster than this. You can kind of just aim the shot at a certain angle and it will make it up to the top corner. But you don't see that strategy except for glitchless runs.
Oh no.
So, knowing that that angle exists is not something that you might have at your disposal, and you might just have to explore and do the room as intended. Like, this is something that Randomizer causes you to do from time to time, is kind of learn the casual path for the game, because you don't have the setup for skips that you normally do in a scripted speedrun.
That's a really good point. And
Oh, catch up to it! No, gosh! The shot!
It looks
He
like you
was
might
so
be getting
close.
messed up by not having double jump here as well.
Yeah, well, it's
There's been-
so painful without double jump. It's so easy to get like onto platforms or lanterns in here after bashing down if you have double jump, but without it, it's like, well, messed up a bash. Guess you're watching
time
your
to
shot
fall.
careen into a wall and you're going back down for another one.
Yeah.
All right, we're up there.
All right.
Slimes are dead. He's
Everything
just
is
gotta redirect
fine.
it up. We made it.
Now, as long as he doesn't get hit by it.
I would actually start crying, I think, if that happened.
Fortunately not. We're looking good here. And start the escape.
No water glitch
Pick
though.
up.
He's not scared.
Nope. He's gonna pick up all of the nothing that is these 5 or 6 pickups. And then hopefully head on towards the left side of the map.
Yeah, well, I mean, he could still be looking for Stomp.
Yeah, he might end up going back for looking for Stomp.
Because, yeah, like, also without double jump, that Frankie trick is so much worse at the start of Valley.
That's true, but he has shown that he's doing some double bashes.
Yeah, his double bashes are pretty good, so
The
maybe
double
he'll just be like,
bashes
whatever.
make it much easier. And he does have
Oh, he missed the pickup. Whatever. He's moving on. He's like, yeah, that wasn't it. Pretty sure it wasn't. Looks like he's opting to skip this stuff just so he can survive without double jump at the top.
oh no.
Uh-oh! No!
I was hoping he'd be able to regrab that bash lantern before the water caught up.
The water moves super fast at the top of the Ginsu
It
escape.
really does. So you just sort of have to go. So another interesting note is that if he does go for Stompless, which he may or may not do, is that he doesn't have. We're gonna have to see how he's gonna break the rocks over Kuro's head. Whether he's gonna try a fast Stompless or like a wall charge jump
Yeah, that's
or
true.
what.
Or, I mean, we won't see this, but it would be funny if we did. When you don't have Stomp, the kill trigger from Kuro is not there. So he could just go to Misty, and then he could get the Sunstone, and then use the
And then use
frog
the
to break
frog.
the rock.
That would be something.
I
to
mean,
see.
I do not expect that he'll do that. I wouldn't do that. It's just like a crazy one-off thing that you can think of when you know the Sunstone's in Misty. But,
It's just something silly. The Trug is saying that Grifs did not list any Stompless tricks on his survey, so he's going to be looking for Stomp on the right side of the map here.
Alright. So, okay, he's already cleared Swamp. And, the fact, like, you will have to look for Stomp, but the things you have working in your favor is it's on the right side. and like Stomp itself gates quite a few locations, so it's not like he has to check everything. Because a lot of stuff is just blocked, he can't get to it because he doesn't have Stomp.
That's a good point. I'm really hoping that he looks at
Scanning
the
the
laser
map.
area.
I think his map was centered on the position Stomp is in there, and he closed it and then went back alt-aired real quick, so he might be like, right, that pickup. We'll see where he teleports. He's gonna check this grenade spot first.
I think this is not a terrible call if you don't know where anything is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that far out of the way.
And it's no more likely that any other location would have it as, you know, that location would have it at this point. He's had clean water and grenade for a long time, so, you know, that could be Stomped. Nothing's stopping it from being Stomped. Looks like my earlier wish of the map stopping on the Stomp was a lie, because it's time for some Glades exploration. Deep main pool here. We haven't seen this checked. We know it's not Stomp, but maybe it's Dash.
It might be Dash, it might be double
Maybe
jump.
it's a Keystone.
But yeah. Should be good on Keystones at this point.
Yep. I see some number there. It's not 2 digits,
It
but
is a number that is
it's indeed a number.
it's greater than 0, and it is less than 10.
He doesn't have that many doors
6.
left to open since he's done good, so it's all good. All right, so we're gonna see. This is kind of a painful mode, but everybody gets this in rando sometimes. Is when you miss one thing and forget about it, or you know, miss one thing and say that's way too out of the way. I'm not going back there, which could be the case here. You have to just start going and checking one-offs, and it takes forever to check each thing, and then you find a bunch of experience. Yeah.
Because you do get to go and get that grenade pickup up above it. But both of these will take like way too long to get.
Yeah.
Which is why most people don't check them.
If we could hear what he's saying right now, it's probably something along the lines of "not this either." What could it be? Like we might see this. We might see the grenade pickup check, and then a map check. If I was in his shoes, then that's exactly what I would be doing, because I'd be thinking,
it is
man,
not a terrible idea to check mapstones. Do we know if he's put the Iceless mapstone in yet?
I have no clue how many
I
mapstones he's
didn't
checked.
see.
Completely lost it. We might see like the charge dash
charge dash efficiency for all the charge dashing that you're gonna do for the seed.
Super good when you have charge dash. He might find dash before he finds Stomp. We might get to learn a little bit about what this seed had in store.
So
he's thinking about where to teleport. He's looking at the map. Hasn't done lower black route, but he doesn't have Stomp, so he's like, I don't need to go down there.
yeah, going to swamp.
Swamp. Could it be he's going to go... Now that he's Glide, I think he can get over to the as fondly named Stomp Cell. I don't think we got this checked earlier. Glide and Wind. You can just float right up there. Here he goes. It's had Stomp in every race so far, except for this one and the one before it, so you know, half the races so far.
Yep. So is he gonna check the area above the grotto lasers? That's the question.
That's the hope.
Through that area at all.
He's close. Maybe if he hasn't done the Iceless Mapstone, then he'll put it. Or maybe he'll go to Horu Fields. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Alright.
Fortunately, he doesn't have Sunstone, so we're not going to see him in Horu.
Yeah, I mean, Stomp can be in Horu. It's absolutely terrible when it is, but, you know. This is a good call, though, I think. Like, whether or not he remembers that he hasn't done the grotto, there are a lot of things here to check. He's gonna open this teleport thing, and then maybe go over there. Wait. Oh, right, he's trying to break the ground because he doesn't have Stomp. I'm like, losing my mind here.
It's letting the Baneling get a little bit too far
Yeah.
down that hill.
this bait is pretty weird. You have to jump over to the baneling and then head back to the right. There, he had the position better, so it slows down earlier and starts to turn around, doesn't just smash into the wall.
So I do hope that he grabs this teleporter when he's over, but...
No, he can't. He doesn't have stomp to open the thing.
Oh, he doesn't have this... He can't stomp the stomp peg. That's a little unfortunate.
Alright. So, I mean, we saw Bash and Horu Fields last time, so maybe Dash will be up here? They rhyme.
Yeah. They're two of the best skills in the game.
Good angle on this double bash here. Whoa! Did he just bash the other shot? I thought he was bashing the shot that was moving up and left, and then it just kept going.
Yeah.
Did you get the bash bug on that shot?
Maybe?
Yeah, 1 health.
Please don't die.
He saved. He's good.
Saved. We're fine. Everything's fine.
God, even this without double jump is terrible. Look at all these shots going just over his head that he could have easily bashed if he had double jump, but instead it's like, well...
Yeah... So... We know Stomp is not here. Double jump and dash can definitely both be one of these pickups.
Keystone?
Keystones.
Oh no. Okay, wall charge jump, yeah.
That's fine.
It's without double jump, it's just... Why?
Oh,
no.
no.
There's the... Okay, that's the holding climb bug or whatever, since climb and shift is... Just climb and shift. Climb and glide are the same
thing.
If you don't release your climb for the wall charge jump, you can't actually feather, it just won't feather. You have to let go of the bind and then repress it to get the feather to come out. Instead, we're just gonna bash up there. And get
more keystones.
Keystone. I don't think he got the plant up there, but
no.
We know it's not Stomp, so it's all good.
It's not what he needs here.
Maybe Death Gauntlet Roof come up?
Maybe.
Has he done that? Apparently he has. It's open. Frankie Lure for this. This would be such a meat place for Stomp. Completely possible. It's not here though. We know
Frankie
that.
made it over that gap. I didn't actually know that he could get over that gap.
Dude, he's got some strong jumps. Now, we're in Grotto, so we're pretty darn close. I think we might be on the verge of discovering Stomp.
I hope he goes up here. He's going up.
No, don't teleport. Yes, go up. Yes.
Go up. Keep going up.
This is alright. Check this. 327 experience. Alright. Now, because this is standard and you're not supposed to like do any kind of funky grenade shenanigans or damage boost off the spikes to get charge jump up there, that 327 tells you one thing, and that is that double jump is buried.
Nowhere.
Double jump is required for that in standard, I think, and then
double
it's
jump
gonna be in
Forlorn
Forlorn.
Horu.
Yep.
He's going the wrong way.
He's got stuff to check over here though. Maybe it's dash. This is such a disaster. Once again, no double jump. You have to get on the wall. This finicky grotto wall you can't even see.
Stone.
Yeah, here's a plant. That actually can't be stomped in standard because if you kill all the enemies, then it's a headache to wait for them to respawn, so that ends up being an expert-only trick. And we're back to Swamp. Maybe the bottom of the drain pickup he hasn't done yet. I know he did the swimming though, so...
It looks like he didn't get this.
25 experience.
Oh,
Good God.
Please
Alright.
go the other way from...
He doesn't remember that he... Look, his map even has it explored. So, like, he didn't... Does it? No, it doesn't. It's still black. I'm crazy. So that also means he hasn't done the Iceless map stone. So there's two things pointing him in that direction now. I think he's gonna go soon.
I hope he goes soon. Looks like he doesn't have. He may not have map markers leveled up.
Oh god! Also, getting out of this room without double jump, I don't think you can even do it.
You can get out with dash grenades, as you can.
Right. Those skills that he has.
With dash grenade.
I see. I don't even know what's going on anymore. All right, where to teleport? Moon Grotto. Moon Grotto.
Moon Grotto. Moon Grotto.
Moon Grotto. It's time.
Now he just needs to go the other way.
Yes. This is good. This is good. Keep going. Yes.
Yes.
I think we've done it.
Looks like he's gonna find it soon.
Plant first.
I love how he's checking the plant with charge jump climb before getting stomp, which is right up
watch
here.
Watch him go to Iceless. Oh, he's okay. He's going there right away.
And
I'll laugh so hard if he glitches the cutscene and then goes over to the Iceless map.
Alright, it looked like he went up. But I can't tell because he's not on screen.
Yeah, this part is kind of annoying. Okay, yeah, he tried to charge jump up. There it is!
There it is! Stomp!
Stomp.
Alright.
Throw a bunch of grenades. You're in go mode. Sort of, because you don't have the Sunstone, but you're pretty much in go mode.
Finally able to head towards Valley.
He's gonna do light grenade first, so making the play that you called for Brynhold way back when he decided to go Valley first.
That's a good plan, and I really do like this play.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's a one-off thing that you have to do anyways.
It doesn't get any faster with different abilities. Now, of course, noted, like Brynhold, he's going to have to get in here by some means other than dashing. So he can grenade jump, he can zombie ori, he can run through the laser with grenade bash. You know, his options are open. I would guess grenade jump is probably the option of choice, but we'll see what he opts for here.
I think if you know how to grenade jump, then grenade jump is definitely the option of choice because it's least likely to get you killed.
Yep, he's set up for it. He's got the angle. He's waiting for the laser to go, and it's directly in the laser. Okay, well, you got the grenade jump inputs.
The timing on this can be a little bit difficult to get down at first.
Yeah, it is only a one-frame input. You have to press your grenade throw, and then the next frame you have to jump. Okay, zombie Ori. So we're going to see some variety here. He has 5 points. Now, the hope is that his saves are well-timed, and then he doesn't have to use all of his points. Right now he's in the death loop. He has to save to get out of it. Uh-oh.
He didn't back this up.
Okay, he's through, and he has a point for the cutscene. This is what I was worried about. You can do that in only one save if your timing is dead on, but normally it takes 2, and he has points for the cutscene, so it's good. It's good. Here's another double bash on a grounded baneling. Doesn't work. I don't know. I have no idea why it works like that, but there you have it.
I also think it's interesting that both of them are going for those strats when they do have grenade bash, and Grifs also has grenade jumps that he's willing to use.
True.
Both of those are things that get you up there a lot faster, a lot more painless.
Yeah, it's hard to remember what you have though. I mean, I forgot he had a grenade bash when he was trying to get out of the swamp room. I'm like, he's stuck forever. It's hopeless.
He's stuck forever. We can't even alt-R.
This is your life now. The only way is to swim all the way through swamp.
That is exactly why alt-R is in here.
Yeah. Okay, so time for some valley. I think his trees are clear except for the 3 over on the valley side.
I think so. He just needs to pick up Crow's Feather, the Climb Tree, and the Charge Jump Tree.
Yep.
So, here's the question. Do we think he's going to go to Misty or Sorrow first?
I would guess Sorrow first.
I tend to agree.
It's generally faster because you look at the difference between going up to the Sunstone and finishing the second half of Misty. The Sunstone is a lot quicker. So I think if you're shooting for average time, the correct play is do Sorrow, then Misty, then Forlorn.
Right. In this case, we know that the Sunstone is not in Sorrow. It's actually in Misty.
You know, this randomizer hasn't been analyzed like a whole ton, but it's possible that there's some like crazy play you could do, like you go to Charge Jump and Sorrow only, and then you do Misty instead, and then you revisit Sorrow if you need to, or something insane like that. But I don't know. For the most part, people play it by ear. This doesn't sound like the right play, does it?
No, I think that is actually just a huge gamble to skip an event when you're right next to it. Because if that turns out to be what you need, then it takes way too long to revisit.
It's true.
Especially because you can sort of guess that your opponent is probably also going to take the time to check that. So you're probably not really losing anything.
Checking his keys there.
Making sure he hasn't picked up Sunstone without realizing it.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps weighing the thought of a Forlorn gamble, but he doesn't have Gumon Seal. Gumon Seal's that Charge Jump. We could, I mean, what the heck? See some Forlorn. Could see some Sorrow first. We'll get to see Gumon Seal. What was Gumon Seal a Charge Jump? I think it was, right?
I think it was.
All right, so we get the Gumon Seal up there. All right, we're doing Stompless here.
Going for fast Stompless.
I like that shot. I think that's gonna hit.
Let's see. Looks like it. So, since he doesn't have rocket jumps, is he just gonna float over to Misty or float all the way up through Sorrow?
We'll see. We'll see.
That is
This is the junction. Decision time. Sorrow's the safe play. Misty's the bold play.
Does he get the Valley Teleporter? He does not.
Uh-oh.
That
Although it doesn't take
bad.
that long to get back to Valley from the Grove Teleporter. It's just kind of annoying.
It is pretty unfortunate if you forget that.
I think we've all done it at least once. I've done it probably about 5 times.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, all right, let's go, and then Altar out of Charge Jump. It's like it's only gonna take you, 15 seconds to leave Sorrow. And you're like, all right, Altar, and then you go down to the Glades
save my
Teleporter.
15
and you're
seconds.
Like, frantically mousing over the left side of the screen.
I don't have that. You realize that you didn't actually save 15 seconds.
I honestly wonder, like with the teleport animation at all, how much time you actually save with an Alt-R out of a Charge Jump versus just leaving. Like, it's super fast to leave. You're just you're stomping down the entire way. It's crazy.
Yeah. That is a good point. I think it definitely is more beneficial when you're doing it out of Misty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for Misty for sure, because Misty's just a disaster. But Sorrow, I might have to get the old stopwatch out on teleport animation for a long time. Especially if you're leaving from Sunstone, right? Because Sunstone's even faster than leaving from Charge Jump.
Right, and especially if you're going back to Valley.
Yeah.
If you're going somewhere else, like if this is your last, you need to go to Swamp.
Maybe this is a new aid. You don't even get the Valley Teleporter. You're just like, nah, don't spend that 5 seconds. You just leave. You don't Altar until you're done.
No, please don't die to spikes.
Spikes are.
Yeah, the Charge Jump Tree
painful.
autosaves. So we do have the Gumon Seal picked up now, but I don't expect to see Forlorn. I think most of the runners in this tournament are going to be prioritizing trees, and if you don't have to go to Forlorn, or if you don't have to go to, you're not going to do it.
I think, with the number of matches we have, we're likely to see a Forlorn forced seed at least once, but people will do it at the very last moment if they can help it.
I think you're right. I think it's definitely possible to see the forced horror, forced Lost Grove, and I actually would like to see some of those show up. But I agree that it's going to be the last resort that people check.
That's for sure.
Unless it's Elo and Muffin and doubles, in which case they might check it first.
Well, I mean, they had the option in singles, but they didn't do it. Now, I guess, the interesting thing you can say about it, though, is if you feel maybe that you're pressured, or you're feeling like maybe you're behind, like Elo in that last game, like maybe he knew that he was like struggling without dash or bash, and, having to try the valley entrance twice, that kind of thing. You can kind of get a sense that perhaps you're behind, and then maybe that's when you make that crazy play. You're just like, well, my only hope is if this pays off. And of course that can stab you in the back too, because maybe your opponent got equally destroyed, and then they did the conservative high probability play, and then they got everything they needed there.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I just want to say this section that Grifs is going through now is just a double jump.
Much like the rest of the game, it's a nightmare without double jump.
Yeah.
If you have dash, at least, like, you can see dash at the spider, and it's like good, but
yeah, sort of fine.
It's got the teleporter now.
You still want double jump. You also don't really want to walk into spikes right after you get full healed by the teleporter. But
we're good, we're through now.
Everything's fine. Sort of.
I think he might have forgotten that he has wall jump, because he's like struggling with climb on some of these walls when the wall is just like, nah, I'm not gonna let you climb.
That's something that is definitely very doable when you start with climb and you don't pick up wall jump until a lot later on. Because you just get used to, oh, climb is my only way to get up walls right now. And you pick up wall jump and sort of forget. Especially since later on you get to the point where you're not really wall jumping very much.
Yeah, that's for sure. Do you remember where Wind Restored was? Was that like in the death run or something?
No, I don't remember, but I think it was pretty early.
It was somewhere on the right side, I know that. I know
Definitely.
Grifs got it and Brynhold didn't.
I'm just not sure exactly where.
Yeah. Because I was thinking these experience pickups in Sora are super high, and if you don't have Wind Feather, then because it's standard and it has Mercy on you, it makes Sorobash comfortable by giving you glide, double jump, dash, and bash. But he found Wind Feather, so probably I'm just reading too much into it. Oh no, the teleporter god!
I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh boy.
That
There.
is.
Well,
is why you
at
did
least he's got this one. He can just head
Fortunately,
out
he
here
got
and then
this
go down. Yeah. We don't have to do a full... I think going to the right is actually a lot better here.
Go to the right, you don't have to go through all of the
He goes spikes twice now.
Right,
All right.
died, so...
Or maybe he's gonna go from... No.
No,
Oh, he's going right. Alright.
he's going right, okay.
Yo, we're in there. Just needed a reminder of how disastrous this area is.
Especially without double jump.
Mhm.
And he remembered he has wall jump this time.
Yeah. I think that earlier, me saying that, I think he was just like climbing because he wanted to set up the charge jump on the wall, which
Probably.
makes perfect sense.
But I'm gonna take the easier way out.
Now, is he gonna get the teleporter, or is he just gonna like go to Misty? I think he might get the teleporter.
At this point, he shouldn't get the teleporter.
That's true. I guess the only reason you would want it is if you were gonna be some kind of madman and go to the climb tree and then altar out to go to Forlorn instead of finishing Misty.
The reason that you get it is if you're expecting to go to Forlorn. And I think you shouldn't ever really expect to go to Forlorn.
Well, even if that was the case, you know, he's gonna check climb and he's gonna check the Gumon seal, and that's like as
Right.
close to Misty as the teleporter
Already
is. So.
there. So there's not really any reason to pick it up. It would
The only
actually...
reason to go Forlorn would be to get the double jump.
Oh!
What?
There's Dash.
Hello, Dash! Yo.
Okay. So... That's a pretty silly location for that.
I wasn't expecting that. He's got Rainbow Dash on
got
too.
Rainbow
We're
Dash.
styling.
That's great. Though it does mean that we don't hear Charge Dash sound.
That's okay. I don't think he's gonna run out of energy.
Hopefully not. He also might have
12
Charge Dash
or
efficiency
so.
already.
Good.
I think I saw a Charge Dash efficiency pick up earlier. But
Yeah, I think it was in that silly grenade room in Glades.
probably.
At this
Why
point,
is
he's
he
just
checking
checking stuff because he wants double jump. He's like,
checking
Dash is
stuff,
here.
yeah.
Maybe double jumps here too. Could be.
Yeah, it's entirely possible because Brynhold didn't check any of this, so we don't know what's here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like generally speaking, I think skipping that stuff's the right decision. But when you look at it in another light, you go to your way like 2 seconds to get this pickup and it's dash. Like that's pretty good. But the problem is the 50 other times you do it when it's absolutely nothing.
Right. Though the pickups in Misty are actually pretty fast to get. So I don't necessarily think it's a terrible call to check a few things.
But he'll get Sunstone here.
And
That's his last tree and his key. Circling his mouse and joy, and he'll be off to the end of the game.
we would like to see a sub 130 here. I think
You can do it.
that's very doable,
Unless Door Warp completely bodies him.
especially because he has dash.
You're thinking fish strats for style or grenade jump at the end?
I'd like to see fish strats for style at this point.
Could happen. I'm thinking he's probably going to grenade jump though, but
That's
I always hope
probably-
for more fish strats. You know, okay, that said, I gotta think back to like 20 minutes into this race when he was in Swamp and he was double bashing the fish all over the place and it was awesome. He might just do fish strats.
Might just do fish strats so they could do triple fish strats.
Yeah, I mean, he knows that Brynhold is finished. He was watching the chat. He GG'd him
It's not
in the
like,
SRL chat at the time, so it's not like he's like, I've got to finish this fast. He knows he's swag. It's time for some swag. So
I
see what
hope
he's
to
got.
see some fish strats coming out here, personally. I also hope to see like a first try door warp, maybe.
we've got the truck driving by with the sick door warp stats for this tournament, which has gone on for all of a couple hours.
All of
That's
about
an average door warp attempt count of 3. People taking 7, 1, and 1. We'll see what Grif's contribution to the average is.
that was 2,
One last chance to maintain it.
and he does.
Oh yeah. Well balanced.
Well averaged.
I like that last laugh that the
Oh,
rando
no.
gets. You charge jump up the middle because that's how you do it in every single
Every
run that
single-
comes
yeah,
here,
right.
and then you can't double jump, so
Yeah,
you
you
can't
don't
get
have
up.
double jump. Or you do that on like the scenes where you don't have wall jump, but you do have double jump.
Oh yeah, that's good too. You
I
go
don't
up there
have
and then
wall
you just
jump.
slide off the wall.
You
and
just slide down.
You know what I found out today, which is the worst thing ever? If you have climb, but no wall jump, and you press space while climbing on the wall, it just burns your double jump, and you don't get it back.
Oh god.
Like, you go off the wall, and your double jump's still gone. It's disaster.
That's horrible.
Okay, moment of truth. He's killing one fish,
He's killing the second
killing
fish.
the other one.
Aw,
Cold blood.
Man. No fish strats.
See grenade jump though. This is faster, so it's all good. All right, getting into position, wiggling around.
No soft lock.
Oh, soft lock, we're in there.
No soft
Nice,
lock.
first try.
Grifs is finished.
So, tragically, since this is a single elimination tournament, just kind of a quick shindig, this will be Grifs' last appearance in the singles, but he's still playing in the doubles, so we'll get to see him again later on, once the doubles bracket gets going. I think he played pretty well, but he got crushed by missing that stomp pickup. It was kind of the story of the first race and the story of this one as well.
Ella missed Dash and Grifs missed Stomp. That is just really unfortunate. And I sort of knew that like that's the thing that's going to kill a lot of runners in these tournaments. Is you just miss one key pickup and it costs the race.
That's how it goes. The evils of rando.
Indeed it is. Looks like soon we're going to be getting an interview with Brynhold.
There he is. How are you doing there, Brynhold? He might or might not have his mic ready yet. Well, soon we'll hear from him, I think. Winner of the second race of the day.
Meanwhile, we'll just get to look at this bracket here. So Brynhold is going to be moving on to face Shed in the round of 16. Shed, of course, being the winner of the free-for-all, coming in well ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, he did very well in that. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's good. For some reason, it didn't work the first time I put the mic in.
Technology, man, how does it work? So, you won. How are you feeling?
I was pretty nervous during the race because I have no idea how it is going. So, and I skipped the left starting area, and I was kind of afraid that the dash or something would be there, but seems like I got the important pickups.
Yeah, we saw dash much later on, which was in Misty for some reason, so what good does it do there? But no dash and double jump for either of you.
Yeah, I saw the stream now, so
Nice.
I was thinking about picking it up, but yeah, I was just go mode then, so
Yeah, I don't think, a lot of the time just skipping it is the right call there. So I'm trying to think back to the start of this race when you picked up Bash and Stomp right together. At what point were you thinking, how much am I going to check before I just go into go mode? I mean, you found Feather and Wind soon after, and it was like, all right, now it's time. But were you thinking of maybe just going with Bash and Stomp over to the left side if you didn't find things quickly?
I don't think I got Wind, but
you're right, you didn't.
You didn't get Wind.
That was the other
Still
race.
Not totally sure where Wind was.
But yeah, I thought I should go when I had done done some areas where there are a lot of pickups, so that might help me.
Yeah,
but I didn't check too. I wasn't too. Yeah, I don't know the word, but.
You weren't too thorough. Like you got Bash Stomp, and you're like, I'm just gonna check the fast stuff and go, pretty much.
What I was afraid of was the grenade area, because I have not practiced to get how to get in there, and I didn't know that it was in the logic to get in there without dash. So
well, in standard, dash is required to get in there, but the problem was with the entire map open. Like dash could have been into Forlorn or Horu, and grenade tree could have been put up way off because of that.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good call for you to go down there, and you ended up going through with Bash Grenade through the laser, which was actually, you got it very fast for improvising it, so that's very good.
Yeah, I had done it once before with the double or the triple jump, I think, but
right.
I didn't know if it even was possible.
So speaking of that area and that entrance into the grenade area. We saw you trying to grenade jump a couple times. How do you feel about that trick in general?
That was the first time I actually tried it, so
Okay, so is that a trick that you would consider practicing more, trying to pick up for the rest of the tournament, maybe?
yeah, I should probably do that, and then I might do a new all skills attempt as well after I learn it.
Yeah, get that
Nice.
free, quote-unquote free 30 seconds at the end.
Yeah,
This
it's a really
free
cool
is
trick,
anything
but I haven't
else.
played it that much lately, so
Right. So you're going on after this match to play Shed. How are you feeling about that one?
well, it's random, so a lot can happen, but we had a really insane time. So, yeah, I felt nervous about this one, so imagine how I would feel then.
Yeah. Although, like you say, it's random. Like it's easy when you look back at that seeding match that Shed could have taken a wrong turn like everybody else and lost 4 or 8 minutes. So
Yeah,
anything can happen. I'll be looking forward to that one. I think that would be very exciting.
Yeah, you can go with different. Maybe you can take a gamble and go early into an area you maybe shouldn't be in and get an edge, like in that way.
Mm-hmm. All right, so thanks for coming in. Congratulations again on your win, and we'll look forward to seeing you playing again and playing in the doubles. It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, thank you.
Best of luck in round of 16.
Thanks.
So with that, that's the end of our second race. We do have another race coming up today or tomorrow, depending on your time zone. Trojan and Wilson are going to be playing at 1 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 Pacific.
Yes.
I know time zones. But yeah, so that's going to be 7th seed against 10th seed. So, as close of seeding as you can get now that 8-9 is out of there. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Back on this channel this evening. So go watch Game of Thrones and then come back and watch this. But I think that'll do it for us. Do you have any messages for your fans, Roy, before we sign off?
I don't think so, other than looking here at the other half of the bracket right now. Got 2 more prelimination matches that are going to be coming up hopefully soon. I think Terra and Slandriel will be later this week. And then we're just going to keep on moving through this over the coming days.
Dude, it sounds good. Join the Discord and watch for the flurry of messages so that you can catch all the matches. It'll be a good time.
Indeed. So I think with that, that's going to do it for us until the Trojan and Wilson race. So thank you everyone for coming out and watching, and we will see you in about 7 hours.
Peace.